This is the Stanley Cup playoffs on EA Sports. Son of Beast and Terry Crews here. This is the postseason of the NHL 25.
Hey everybody, Son of Beast here, and I'm here with my next broadcast partner. This time, welcome back to across from the other side is LJ with me along with my pregame show. That is right, guys. This is game number 2, day 2 for tonight, as we're about to be getting ready to get these things started here on the other side of it. The last part of the game was an epic comeback rally for the Florida Panthers as they knocked out the Ottawa Senators with a top and overtime over for Matthew Tkachuk as he makes his great deflection on the goal. And another comeback rally was the Dallas Stars that they pulled it in for the lead. But for the Jets, they were able to tie that game, but they fell a few inches short with the shot with the game clock, and they weren't able to complete that with the goal. It was definitely how tough it is, and they didn't really think there was going to be enough room to try to finish things off. So, looks like there might be only one that made the change easier enough to do it for now. But as you always may say now, it is now a 2-0 for Florida Panthers and 2-0 for the Stars on the other side of the Western Conference. So if they win their next game, they'll be heading on to the conference finals between the Western and Eastern Conference. But there's not much game to go on in the range. For the Devils, they have the starting first game 1-0 over Washington. So this time, it's going to be another great of their choices. Let's see what happens with the Capitals if they can answer that one back. My next commentaries I have is Terry Crews. He's also along with Wood Spoony and Silver Spoon. And joining us to the center ice, I give a warm welcome over is Tyler Beast. We'll see you later, everybody, for our post-game show after this. Now, let's get into Game 2 to start the first game of the second night. Devils, Capitals, coming up next on EA Sports. Game 2 here at Washington, D.C. I'm Terry Crews and I'm here with my broadcast partner. It's that time to get things started for Game 2 in Capital One Arena. We are off to start things up as the puck sends out of play, and the starting goaltenders are Logan Thompson and Jacob Markstrom. With the win, here's Jack Hughes as he's able to try to set things out. Checks for Brad's right toward behind the net. Brett Dillon will have it over to Andre Palat. And the puck escapes his zone. This will send it over into the center ice. Dougie Hamilton's right toward the wing. He will be able to carry that one out. As Strome will send it to Chikra. Over to Tom Wilson. Wilson's right toward in. And Hamilton with the puck steals. He'll give it over back to Andre Palat. Big hit here as it's rebounded up by Alex Ovechkin. Carlson will now send it over to Dylan Strome. Strome makes his way right down toward the wings. He'll fire it around the net. Tom Wilson with the shot right into the squeezing corner. Stops it by Jacob Markstrom on the other side of the puck. This play in action is great to make things speed it up here as we are looking at Jacob Markstrom. The fantabulous one of their first game against the Capitals was a big strike, and it was not really entertaining how he really had handed it up. All they said now is, look, we really are playing hard, but we are not starting that strong afterwards. They need to get this thing on to a great start. Well, we need our help to get right into even a series in. So there's much choice to get it done.
I indeed you do so here, Woodsmith. I know that it really can definitely be hard. Sometimes you just don't really play it out to lead. You don't think about it. You will have to get defended over by some Devils defenders. Here's a send to McMichael, and this one is back to Kovacevic. Battle along the board. The Jersey's back in offense. He'll send that pass. It's broken by Dubois. McMichael will now swing it to Protas. Protas will send it off to McMichael. Fires that shot's blocked. Rebound by Kovacevic for the Devils. Lost that one. Ellers takes over. Protas with another hit. Now Chikrin Try to watch it in, and it's rebounded by Dawson Mercer. On his way down, he's will rush toward his speed. Speed off, save made by Thompson. Ehlers with the rebound and change down, finds it to McMichael, and now it's back to Van Riestad. Fires it over, now finds it over to Sandin. To Van Riestad with a fire shot, blocker save by Markstrom. He'll give it again to Van Riestad, and Sandin will have it to Radius. We'll try to reset it again as Van Riestad gives a little step over. Sandin slides across from the corner shot. What a rebounder on that. What a save by Markstrom. Stefan Nosen's right in the way. On his way down into Cats territory. Here's Hamilton. The Connor on a shot chance. Saved me by Thompson. Dillon right to her in the wing. And behind the back is Gisker. Dougie Hamilton. Foul along the board. This will Capitals will take it out. Here's Dillon. Loses that one. And this one carries back into doubles territory. Dougie Hamilton with the rebounding puck in. Here's Paul Cutter. He's right in the center along the wall. Nosen shot. What a save by Thompson. Pro Duhamy. Give again to Sandin as he rolls to Van Riestad and back to Mangiapane. The great saving rebound that happens with Logan Thompson, he really has done it all. After playing since by 2018, he just didn't really think he was able to give it all when he can. When he did realize that happens with Logan Thompson, he really has to give it all when he changed. After playing with the Vegas Golden Knights. What a goal! Paul Cotter, that'll be his first goal of the game, and he now gets his second of the playoffs. When you look at it over here, that transfer from the Golden Knights, this is what the goal range made. With this shot, he really raced it up. The entire time when he just had that one with the good look, the pays it off right amount away. Nothing really keels it up if you're really starting to make that one with the first goal in. What you really need to know is that Stefan Nosen saw that Paul Cutter is really getting his own first goal in the game in Game 2, and Paul Cutter with his second goal in the playoffs. You really have to start carefully afterward because this one gives it a great start for New Jersey Devils. We're out set up for Emery, and now here's Ovechkin. Over to Tom Wilson. Gives it over to Alex Ovechkin, and it's now Luke Hughes with the rebounding. Wiped him down, gives it over to Hughes. Back to Pallotta again, the chance for Pratt. For Emery with the rebound as he has it over to Strome. Strome will fire that one around the net to Alex Ovechkin. The great eighth right toward the wing. Off to Emery. Rao again to Tom Wilson. Looks it over. Here's it for the deflection for Tom Ovechkin, and this one is sent out of the zone and back again to Rao. Almost with a great pick here. Alex Ovechkin has really given that one a great start. This changes up everything. He didn't really think I was going to change it often at the same entire time. This really has to get
New Jersey goal, his second goal in the playoffs, first goal of the game, scored by number 47, Paul Cutter. Assisted by number 11, Stefan Nosen. And by number 56, Eric Holland. Top of the goal for the New Jersey Devils, 3:26 remaining in the first. Paul Cotter, his second goal in the playoffs, assisted by Stefan Nosen and Eric Holland. In the first period for the New Jersey Devils at 3:26 in the playoffs.
His first block of the crash game. Down, back to Rurau. Rurau goes right over to Mangiapane. One timer for Chikron. That one is off and blocker saved me by Markstrom. Duhamy with the rebound again to Carlson. Sends it over to Mangiapane. He'll have that rebound here again over to Chikron. Radius again to Carlson. Carlson can't get it to go with its rebounded by Stefan Nosen. Here's the Mac as he gets to Luke Hughes. And he's over now on the other side. Gets that puck pay. And it's Chikron with the rebound. Can't get it to go, and it's rebounded by Luke Hughes the other way. Luke Hughes sets to Nosen. Carlson with the rebound as he'll have it over to find it again to Verana. Verana pass to Radius. Radius can't get it to go. Now it's rebounded by Chikrin again to Radius. Here's one timer for Verana. That shot's blocked by Dougie Hamilton. Dougie Hamilton really had that one selling that coming afterward. There's a loud neutralizing traffic zone that really cuts him up in the way. They're not pretty sure how that will change, but they really have to try to play it off the right time to get it off. A lot of time left in this period. 1-0 will start for New Jersey Devils with a 14-11 as he passed a 5-minute mark in the first. Sandino with it down to Protas. Protas waits. Rebound by McMichael. Off and pass to Dubois. What a save by Markstrom. Tomas Tatar. It's rebound by McMichael. Send it over. Chop the stuck in play, and it goes right over to Lazar. Lazar in the move. Protas gets that rebound back over to the Caps. In the Devils territory, Protas. He'll have it over to Van Riestad. Van Riestad has it at the end of the Dubois. For Every shoots, he scores! They will tie this even on an early start before the midway mark of the period. It's for Every, his second in the playoffs. They don't stand a chance afterward. When he gets on ice, he really has to slam it. I thought that was not going to be easy enough to get that one straight in. But this is a great goal of communication in. When you give it over to Every, this is one time to reach in. The mark is different, a possible choice when it has it right in between the legs. There's no standing up and you really want to quit. And you have that first goal in for the pass. Strom wins the face-off. He will send it over to Ruau again to Forevery. Forevery passes to Ruau, and he'll have it over to Tom Wilson. Wilson will fire that one around the net, and it's Strom with the rebounding carry. Forevery again to Ruau. Ruau pass to Forevery, and now here's Alex Ovechkin. Blocks that one. It's rebounded by Timo Meier. Timo Meier in a huddle. Shot, glove save by Thompson. He'll stop that in play with only 13:03 in the first. Still lots of time left in the period. Strom's team's tied up for one. And here's Petschke. Glove snapped by Thompson. Great carry in for the goaltender as he makes it showing up quickly. I love that Thomas Thompson. He's really given a great use of a skater. That one is gloving and making a great side on a good start. Strom wins the face-off as Forever he's right behind the net.
Capitals goal, his second goal in the playoffs, first goal of the game, scored by number 42, Martin Forever.
Now he's in the corner.
Assisted by number 80, here, Luke Dubois.
That'll be a slashing.
And by number 57, Trevor Van Riestad.
Easier way. You just need to get out of
first
yourself.
period, 6:29 in the playoffs. Martin Forever is first goal in the game, second goal in the playoffs, assisted by Pierre-Luc Dubois and Trevor Van Riestad in the first period for the Washington Capitals. At 6:29 in the
playoffs. He finds it over to Ruau as he gives it to Chikrin. Wilson has it to Ovechkin. He'll keep the puck moving in to watch that shot before it's blocked. Here's Chikrin's shot. Save me by Markstrom. Just about 12 minutes left. Chikrin again. What a stop made by Markstrom. They keep going again. Chikrin and the team is on full pressure. And he'll stop it here with only under 12 minutes.
New Jersey penalty, number 8, 2 minutes on slashing.
They don't really have to show it up to Kovacevic. This is a slashing. They don't start off and making it too quickly on its way down.
And the Capitals are on the power play.
This will be the first power play to start off for the Capitals. The Capitals will start their first power play in Game 2. Capitals really need to have to get it going with the central alert. They really have to show it up with some timing and the rightness. They have to give it going. Sandby in the backhander. Save me by Markstrom. You'll hold the same with under 12 minutes as its play still continues here for the power play as they'll get ready for another puck drop. Now to win.
New Jersey penalty number 8. 2 minutes first slashing on Jonathan Kovacevic. Time and penalty in the first period of playoffs, 12:47. 2-minute penalty on New Jersey Devils. Jonathan Kovacevic on number 8. Time and penalty in the first period of playoffs, 12 minutes 47 seconds for a 2-minute slashing.
Thompson will try to get to Mangiapane. That's bad on the angle. This communication is not going to start off easy, and he really have to be showing up some time and confidence. That's one tipped over, and he can't get the lost net of the battle as he's just able to have that hold on for Markstrom. Now he sent it over to Tyler Beast as he's got one of the greatest players, Alex Ovechkin. Thanks, guys. Alex Ovechkin is one of our biggest and the legendary of our NHL career. He was hoping for that he just makes it over his great goals in this game. For his final season playing with the Capitals, he will set to retire once he finishes game with the Capitals. He will make his dream contribute, and he will commit it to the fans that we all appreciate for him. He now has 896 goals in the season, beats over Wayne Gretzky on his new record NHL career to start pulling things off. I would love to see how Alex Ovechkin is giving it over to, but we'll find out how they will get it off for 900 goals in this game. Let's find out and see what happens with Alex Ovechkin. Guys, here's a set to Hala, and Mercer gets tipped it out, and it's Mangiapane with the rebound. He'll now swing to Ovechkin. 30 seconds for the Caps power play as they roll it in. Here's a setup. Strong shoots it. Saved me by Markstrom. Ovechkin with the rebound. Hand over to Sandin. Can't get it to go. Alex Ovechkin. Fire. Save by Markstrom. He'll stop him with only 10:14 remaining in the first nearing the midway mark. Now often settled, ready for our next puck drop. It is a 1-1 game, looking for a power play goal for the Cats. Pesky clears it out. Kovacevic his times, penalties almost up. McMichael swings it over, and that puck is broken, and we have ended the first power play for the Capitals in Game 2. Now it's an even strength for the Devils. They weren't sure how that one was going to make it clear. Markstrom really had to deny that one with the big dialed in. Fitz focus was a bit intentional. This is not how they were changing it off the right amount of time. Playing bounding, it can be definitely like anybody. Stop by Markstrom. 9:37 remaining in the first period. They'll be ready to get their next puck drop in the Devils territory. 2:57 over 39 seconds for the Caps time on attack. They're working their way up to start the first period. And Dylan sent it over to Palat, right toward the net. The rebound by Dougie Hamilton. He'll send it over to Jesper Bratt. Bratt right toward the way, now finding to Andre Palat. And this one carries a stick on with the blade. Eller takes it over. Back in the Devils territory for the Capitals. Verana's right behind the net. He'll now give a swing to Radius. Burrell. Burry shoots for two. This one's missed wide. Dougie Hamilton on the outside joint. Brooks it in. Ferrari takes it over, and he'll now have that given the pass back again over to Duhamel. He's back on ice. He'll now send it over to Mangiapane. Gives it over to Duhamel. Shoots it. Blocked it up by a defender. Trying to get a rebound, and it's Mangiapane with the puck. Here's Sandin. Sandin will give it to Dow on the backhander for a deflection. Can't get it in the net. He'll stop that in play with only 8:38. Lots of time left in the period. 16 over 14 hits for the Devils. The win for the Capitals. He'll now find Sandin as he gives it over to Van Riestad. Van Riestad in the middle to Mangiapane. Stick lift kick. Great job on a defensive effort by Luke Pierce. Sets it out of his own. Sandin will now try to regroup and give to Mangiapane another chance. Off and around that. Here's Duhamel. Back on ice is Sandin. Van Riestad over to Mangiapane. You'll have it to Van Riestad, and pass to Duhamel's broken up by Stefan Nozen. The Devils are back in the offense zone. Get that one knocked out of the way. Sandin over to Duhamel. Duhamel knocked him down. Sandin trying to rebound the puck to Van Riestad. Here's Tom Wilson. He'll enter in his zone, and he will clear it around the net to Ovechkin. Ovechkin tries to give that one puck in play. And Ovechkin shot. Big stop by Markstrom. This Markstrom really has to make the clear afterward. He didn't really think that was going to change it up right, but he really knew that was going to be a harder change, but he really had to do for it. Carlson shoots it. Stopped by Markstrom. Stopped the play with 7:24 remaining in the first. Now sending over the other side is Jack Hughes the other way. Thanks, folks. Jack Hughes is one of our big, sharp intentionals on their play. His goal effort is putting a nice use of a chain. He has 8 goals in the playoffs, and one of our biggest supporters, who is Luke Hughes, his brother, was drafted in there and with the team by 2022, and it's the 2024 part of the season, as he really drafted up by 2023. The next part of the season has been turning to be great ways to have that one for one. I really love seeing things how that one's going to change for Jack Hughes, but his time will make it often if he will set up a number goal to change it in. I'll find out what Jack Hughes changes if he gets another goal. Back to you guys. Here's Dubois as he will find it over to Chikron. And right to Protas. Protas stops and waits, now finds it over to Ruau. Verana fades that one. He'll give it to Ruau as Protas sets it over. Ferrari finds it over to Velarde. Swings it off to Ferrari. Here's Dubois. Fades with a slap shot. Ferrari in the move, can't get it to go. And Jonathan Kovacevic gives it over to Palat. Palat in middle. Good takeover by Ruau as he'll have it to Verana. And back to Reddy as he goes. Here's Jack Hughes. Pulls it in. Big save by Thompson. Washington on the other side of his zone. And he'll fire that one around net. And Radius gives that one back again to Ruau. And Sandin shoots. Blocked the shot. Rebounded up by the Devils as Kovacevic will have it over. Radius can't get it to go. And here's Palat. Palat deep pass over to Hughes. Rebounded up by the Devils. Dylan, shot going in. That one is redirected as Strome will have it out. Jack Hughes gives it over to Pratt. Here's a chance. Stop and a blocker by Logan Thompson. Hughes, right to the lane. Save made by Thompson. Stopped the play with 5:25 in the first period. This is like a scrimmaging that this really had turned out. There's no obligation if you really want to try to mess up on the goaltender. This is the battle range to the net. This one is not going to make it clear. If this really changes, this won't happen at all. Strome will settle out of his zone, and this will over again to Wilson. Player penalty, that will be on the cross-checking to Stefan Nosen. He's in the penalty box.
New Jersey penalty, number 11, 2-minute cross-checking.
One more time. That is a big cross-checking. That is a bad news. That one is right behind the box, and you're not going to make that one clear.
And the Capitals are on the power play.
As this point on, this one was now an extension to give another power play effort for the Capitals. Here's Ovechkin.
New Jersey penalty, number 11, Stefan Nosen for a 2-minute cross-checking. Time penalty in the first period of the playoffs, 5 minutes, 15 seconds. 2-minute penalty on New Jersey, Stefan Nosen on number 11. Time penalty in the first period of the playoffs, 5:15 for a 2-minute cross-checking.
McMichael fires in range. Walker saved by McMichael. Rebound by the Capitals. Paschke takes it over on the wing. He'll clear that out deep in the zone, and Alex Ovechkin will decide to bring it on, and then he'll kick it his own out of here. The range to McMichael. Over to Strome, and he ends it again to Wilson. Wilson keeps it around the net, and Strome right behind the net. Over to Ovechkin. Shoots it for the deep. Stopped by Bergstrom. With the 1:11 remaining in the power play on the Caps and 4:23 in the first period. We've seen this one last time, as you already may have remembered this one in the first round. The Florida Panthers beat up against the Washington Capitals. Since 2022, it was not trying to be like it's a bigger day on their effort. What they don't change is they really had dumped everything out. Well, I definitely remember that when over season 1 of the postseason, there was no application that they really have been like showing it off. What they didn't seem to know is that they really have been catching up back and forth. I was not really noticing how that would change, but all of that sudden, it just happened to make it in what everybody knows for. And I mean that. They really have to make a huge change. All what happens. They don't seem to care for what the Capitals really done. But always they know for now is that the Florida Panthers have been a harder team to remember of. That was by 2022 of the season. They won't really recognize that until they meet again in the postseason. But always the regular season. Gets it going just the right time. Face-off wins. And number 9 for the Washington Capitals. Strom wins the face-off. Here's Stanley. Fires it. Save by Strom. Carries it over to Stanley. Big Michael's shot. Another shot's blocked. Redirected. Open look. He slammed that one too soon. And Kovacevic will clear down his own out. Isker knocks him down. Rebound by Strom with 13 seconds left remaining in the power play. Just 10 seconds remaining. Almost about to be over. Sandine, Wilson, shoots, can't get it to go. Strom on the backhander. Stop by Mark Strom, and we end the power play with 3:10 remaining. Oh my goodness, right? There's no way what they really have to say that it was knocking out. Ever they did, it was a big blowout. Nothing to say now, no power play goes. That one was wicked. Sandy finding it out. In the middle, good save by Mark Strom. Stopped that in play with only 3:03 in the first period. They'll be ready to take another face-off puck drop. Nick Dowd wins the face-off as Rural has it again to Ferrari. Ferrari to Duemi. Backhander stopped by Mark Strom. Here to Duemi! Nick Dowd with some rebound as they break the chain with a 2-1 series of the game. Expect that. I thought they would have challenged it afterward, but Nick Dowd, he really got afterward. He just went right to it. The backhander happened to be like this, but then Nick Dowd, when he comes up, he just makes it a quick pattern stop, and there is no application that happens with another goal. Now as the Capitals take the lead off in the game, 2-1, but Blakey, they'll just finish off the first period for the intermission. Capitals up for 1. They're ready for an Oaks next puck drop. 17-2 is a time and a goal for Nick Dowd to rebound in. All I mess up in now is that Nick Dowd really has been like given every single touch. This is what happens with the great eye and offense. I really love seeing that Nick Dowd is given a great look in the rebound, but he'll get his number 2nd goal in the playoffs in the game. We'll see what he can definitely do if he can keep it up. Outside for Every. Again to Rural. Rural sets to Every. Right turn on the dial for 2. Stopped by Mark Strom. Hamilton takes it over. Now finds it over to Connor.
The playoffs, first goal of the game. Scored by number
Connor
26.
Nick.
Backs
it over to Down. Down. Finds it past
assisted by number 22, Brendan Duhemi.
Here's Benjamin
And by number
shot.
42, Martin.
Only 2 minutes remaining in the
Dominant
first
goal in
period.
the first period of the playoffs, 17 minutes, 3 seconds. Nick Dowd his 3rd goal of the playoffs of the game, the first goal. Assisted by Brendan Duhemi and Martin Barberari in the first period for the Washington Capitals at 17 minutes, 3 seconds in the playoffs.
Here's Hamilton, knocked him right in the Devils' territory, and McMichael with the rebound. Now, guys, 100 pound, and you just really have to say that you've been knocking somebody out. That really messed somebody up, and that could definitely make them hurt. Made him also cheating in that game. That would have been like, what is this all about? They don't say about cheating afterwards. I mean, they just like cheat on the hits. Not easy. McMichael finds Strom as he gives the chick run. Chick run to McMichael. Strom fires it deep. Can't get the deflection in. And Protas with the rebound, he'll send around the net to Strom. Backhander, not nowhere to go. Mark Strom will stop here. 1:07 remaining in the first period before the first intermission. They're all ready to go. 90/83, passive effectiveness. They'll be ready for our next puck drop. The wing for the Caps. Van Riestad with the shot. Bring the goalposts. Wilson with the
There's
rebound.
1 minute remaining in the first
line.
period.
We'll have it out. Jesper Bratt. Right to the Caps territory. And it's now Van Riestad outside and away. You'll get a switch over now finding to Tom Wilson. Wilson right in toward the Devils' territory. Under a minute remaining, here's Strom. Van Riestad has it to Sandine. And here's Strom, shoots it in. That one is a big save by Mark Strom. That one will send it out of play in a net. Just coming down to the end of the first period, 2-1, Washington. Ellers wins the face-off. Here's Henry Sad again to Verana. Verana shots blocked. Luke Hughes with the rebound with under 30 seconds. With the spin around, he sets to Gishker. Gishker shoots, save made by Logan Thompson. Henry Sad gives it clear to Verana. 15 seconds remaining in the first period. Sends it around net. And Radish. Right with 9 seconds remaining. Henry Sad and he shoots, save made by Mark Schoen. We'll send it out, knocked him with the bubble hit, and that will do it. The first period comes
And that will take us for first intermission of the game. Washington Capitals 2 and the New Jersey Devils 1.
Be back soon after this. Welcome back as we're ready to start the second period at Capital One Arena. And off we go. We are all settled in. Let's get started. The first period has been wrapped up in the books here. Let's have your takes here, guys, of how they've done for every kind of a disregarding for the Devils on the hit, but the Caps showing up with the great work. Teamwork is really like a definite opinion on my side. But what I wanted to know is now that Logan Thompson made a great start. Mark Schoen's really professional. He's just keep on going in, and he really have to try everything that they've done. This wasn't really easy enough that they really have been kept out of it. For some reasons, they're not really sure how that one's going to change, but all with that, they won't mention it afterward until they get it done. Yeah, I totally agree with Silver Spoon. I figured that might be like a rebounding play in refractionary. They'll just have to keep trying again. Let's hope if they did. Puck lost out of his zone as he couldn't handle it back in the zone. And now Chikra will try to regroup here to Alex Ovechkin. He'll have it to Strome. Toward middle, try crying, saved by Mark Schoen. They're getting ready for another puck drop in. They'll hold things up to get ready for another puck drop. And now they're ready. 90% here and only 85 for Washington Caps on a passive effectiveness. Now the win for Luke Jack Hughes as you'll send over to Hamilton again to Jesper Bratt. Jesper Bratt looks to Hughes again. Over to set to Dubois, and he has a deep pass to Protas. To give over to McMichael. He tripped them up, and there'll be a penalty on New Jersey. That'll be Brendan Dillon.
New Jersey penalty, number 5, 2 minutes for tripping.
Looks like he was a little too soon. I thought this was not working for him well, but he definitely knocked him over. Yep, he did. That was
And the Capitals are on the power play.
So the Caps will get a power play advantage as they're in the Devils territory with only 18:52. Let's get a power play this time. They never got anything. They really need to
New Jersey penalty, 2 minutes for tripping on number 5, Brendan Dillon. Topping penalty in the second period of the playoffs, 18:54.
Ovechkin.
New Jersey Devils penalty on number 5, Brendan Dillon. Topping penalty in the second period of the playoffs, 18 minutes 54 seconds for a 2-minute tripping.
Gives a pass over to Dubois. Can't get it to go. Mangiapane with the rebounding in. In traffic zone, rebounded up by Kovacevic. Nemeth keeps his own ends alive. Trying to get it over it, and Kovacevic with the rebounding in. Dubois got it back, and he has it over to Mangiapane. Here's one-timer Ovechkin shot, blocked by Hull. Set it out of the zone. Ovechkin clears it off to Carlson, and Carlson will swing it again to Ovechkin. The captain back in the wing. Nobody around him. This one will set out of the zone, and this will get back to McMichael as he enters it in. Stops it over Sandin, takes it in. Off the chick run. Here's Wilson. That one tips up, and Mercer gives it back to Kovacevic. He'll fire that one out of here, and Washington will have another possession in play. Off to Sandin. Gives it to Wilson. Wilson moves around it in. Did not find anybody, and you'll have to try to redo it again. I don't know what's going to keep going afterward. When coach adjustments, this is not changing it really well. They just need to try that one over and over. Stop by Markstrom. He doesn't know where the puck went, but he will cover it in with only 16 seconds for the Caps power play and only 17:08 in the second. Now as you're ready to take on for the next puck drop, it is a 2-1 game, Capitals. Now this will give it over to Hughes, he will set it out. Time's running down here, and that will be Brendan Dillon hanging out of the penalty box. A shot pick save by Thompson, and that will end the power play. It's 0-3 for the Capitals. They just definitely disregarded on them. They were not sure how that will change. They really have been like messing that one up since the entire time. They won't change it until they did it right. Now it's ready to kick off for another puck drop. 2-1. The score nearing the 15-minute mark in the second. 5 minutes to play on a pass. And just for Brett. Pass to Palat. Palat shot. Palat save. Unbelievable by Logan Thompson. Oh, this is a good play afterwards. Logan Thompson really had that one showing in. He just had that one stopped. What a great save by the goaltender. Knocked him down with Michael right onto Hughes. He now send to Protas. Protas. Over now to pass again to Verona. Knocks up another hit. No cross-checking on the Caps. That one gets ripped away. And Hughes with the rebounding. He'll have it back. Off to Palat. Palat shot stopping the pad by Logan Thompson. He's over to Verona. A sent deep pass to Eller. Eller. He'll now swing it over to Forevery. He'll have it to Ehlers, this time to Ruau. Eller to Ruau again to Verona. Gives that one over to Forevery. And it's Brendan Dillon with the puck steal. Right turn Wayne, Brendan Dillon. He'll send the pass over and it's broken up. Ishker's shot saved by Thompson. 15:29 remaining in the second period. They'll have it up with another puck drop coming up. Strome wins the face-off. Van Riestad has it over down to Strome, and he'll send it over. That one carried it out. Here's a shot. It may be saved by Thompson. 2-time stop. Get kicked out, and you'll stop it here with only 15:14. How do you like that goaltender reaction? I do not believe in this. Now Logan Thompson was a quiet the same on the night. Now, you're never going to change it off. You're never going to do this afterwards. You see what happens? That one was a big pat side here for Logan Thompson. That really is making a great use of his skill to make that one dialed in. That perfectionary is to put a pass off to make that one go in. A lot of time left. The full pressure's on the New Jersey Devils. Ishker wins the face-off. He'll have it over. Blocked by Tom Wilson. Easy save by Logan Thompson. And he sends it over to Tom Wilson. Full pressure's off. Here comes a racing shot. Saved by Marchand. Dawson Mercer gets knocked out. The rebound by Wilson. Here's Van Riestad. Sandin's shot's blocked. And it's rebound by Hitchker. Hitchker shoots. Easy save again for Logan Thompson. Sandin again to Tom Wilson. Right to the middle, trying to get it in. Saved up by Mark Strome. He'll stop and play with only nearing a 14:30 in the second. Nearing the midway mark in the period, we passed the 5-minute mark to play in the second. 2-1 score, Washington. Nick Dowd wins the faceoff. He'll send it over to Ruau. The late penalty is going to be on New Jersey again. Oh, he's not happy afterward. He'll just have to rush it off. That's very bad on the communication afterwards. They're nasty. They don't really change it often at the right timing. Slashing is going to be no.
New Jersey penalty, number 11, 2 minutes for slashing.
This is not changing everything. What this really mentioned that he just slashed it, and he's not really supposed to get up to it.
And the Capitals are on the power play.
Sometimes you do it. Sometimes you don't. You need some IMP on the right motion. The win for the
New Jersey
Caps.
penalty
Standing
number 11.
shot.
2 minutes
Big
for
save by
slashing
Marshall.
on Stefan Dosen.
Full pressure
Time and
coming out
penalty
for
in
the
the
Caps.
second period of the playoffs. 14 minutes,
Just for
31
gravel and
seconds.
the full pressure.
New Jersey penalty on
Offside
Stefan
will be the
Dosen.
whistle on
Number
New Jersey.
11. Time and penalty in the second
14
period of the playoffs. 14 minutes, 31 seconds for a
Lot of
2-minute
time left in
slushy.
the period. 7 minutes on a timeout attack and 1:23 for New Jersey Devils. For the win, here's Pesky. Knocked in with the kick. Nevette clears it out. Cheek run will carry it in. Over to Dubois. Dubois. Here we go to Sandin. Big save. Rebound is denied by Markstrom. He'll stop that with only 13:51 remaining in a second. Now they're ready to pick up another puck drop as they'll be ready to force the regroup in. The win for Holla. Pesky will decide to send it out. Now the win. Here's Sandin. Sandin pass to Dubois. Over to Chick Run. Chick Run to Dubois. Now finds Sandin. Shot. Blocker saved by Markstrom. Pesky looks over to Mercer. Mercer lost that one. Dubois with the rebound as he'll have it carried out. Icing will be Washington as he'll stop him with only 13:27. With the win for New Jersey, here's Mercer. That one carries a save by Thompson. Dubois sent the deep pass to Mangiapane. Right turn outside is Dubois. Dubois will carry it over to Radius. One time for Chick Ryan. Easy save by Markstrom. Mangiapane. And this one gets right over to Holla. Clears it out. Right in the Caps territory as Carlson gets it on. He'll send it off to Strome. Strome right turn wing as he has it over to McMichael. McMichael's shot, save me! Tom Wilson gives the rebound to Carlson. Ovechkin shot, chipped it out, get it out of the zone. Strome get a rebound by McMichael. Ovechkin shoots it, saved by Markstrom. Stopped him with 18 seconds on a Caps power play. Just only 12:36 remaining. They didn't seem that they wanted to last that long to get a next power play goal. 0-3. If they missed it, it'll be 0-4. Here's Pratt in the Caps territory. This one's rebound by Carlson. Rebound by Wilson. Off to McMichael. Set pass Ovechkin. Glove snatch and the power play's over for the Capitals. 0-4 in the range with only 12:17 remaining. They don't really have to do it afterward. I mean, they don't have to keep passing that one around. If somebody's on a defender, you just need some time. Don't take it too long afterwards because the defender could get on you quickly. Just for Pratt, right toward the wing, and Mangiapane kicks it out. Huge shot, clip save by Thompson. He'll stop that one with only 12:05 remaining in the second. With the win, here's Sandin. He'll give it over to Mangiapane. Mangiapane sets it back to Van Riestad again to Sandin. Pokes it, rebound by Sandin. Around the net, rebound by Stuhemi. Stuhemi sets it to Sandin. Van Riestad fires it, redirects it wide, and it goes right over to Hamilton. Right into traffic neutralized, he will find it over to Hamilton and Hughes. Good poke check. Shot saved me by Thompson. Mangiapane to Sandin. Sandin shoots, denied by Markstrom. 11:29 remaining in the second period. They're trying to get up by 2 quickly. And it's rebounded up with the win for the Devils as now Jack Hughes with the puck inbounded. Swings it off to Pesky. Pesky's shot's blocked. Radius set to Arana. Arana right turn away, and he'll give it over now. Find it again, Teller. Teller have it to for Everett. Rural Shot right toward range. And it's stopped by Kovacevic. And this will get back to Timo Meier. Radius to Verana. And now Forevery with the chance. In motion. Gives to Eller. Eller to Rural. Verana to Forevery. Keep the pass rolling in. And Radius backhander. Glove made by Markstrom. They're in a midway mark in a second. 2-1 to score Washington. The win for Hisker. Paschke knocked it down. Hisker gives it over to Mercer. Mercer, move around, take too much time here. And it's Chikrin, and we're down to Carlson. He gives to Tom Wilson. The rebound by Chikrin. And it's rebounded by Stroh. He'll send it around the net to Wilson. Wilson to Carlson. Finds Ovechkin. Ovechkin trying to reset to Carlson again at Chikrin. Here's Ovechkin. Fires it. Saved by Markstrom. Wilson trying to do it again. Fires. Save. Rebound by Stroh. Right to the middle. Went down. Kovacevic takes over to Meier. Full pressure turns off as we pass the midway mark. Now Carlson has it again to Stroh. Here's Ovechkin all alone. Moves around. Bad save by Markstrom. He wasn't really sure how this was going to change. Looks like Alex Ovechkin really wanted to get 5 goals in the playoffs, but they denied it quickly. Here's Van Riestad, and it's Holla with the puck carry out, and it now has it to Timo Meier. 9:30 remaining in the second. Hamilton shot save, rebounded up, stopped by Thompson, and it's back to Stroh. Stroh shoots off the face mask. He went knocked down afterward. That Stroh was a little unlazy to get up. Tyler blocker saved by Thompson. Sandy will give it over to Van Riestad, and he'll have it to Protas. Protas is right toward wing, and he gets knocked down. It'll be a penalty on New Jersey once more. Oh no, and this is really what they happened. This is the bad take. They don't seem to carry it out. They're really been knocked away.
New Jersey penalty. Number 47, 2 minutes for cross-checking.
On New Jersey. It's time now for the Capitals, and they're on the power play. Capitals on the power play, 0-40 advantage. They will have to find a way to get a power play goal. They do have to find a power play goal. They really need to get some step-by-step.
New Jersey penalty, number 47. 2 minutes on the cross-checking on Paul Cutter. Time penalty in the second period of playoffs, 9 minutes and 2 seconds.
Here's Radius. Fires! He scores! There's the power play goal for the Capitals. Radius will get a power play goal after crossing with the assist on 11 right. It's 2 for Radius, and the power play goal had an answered out from back. That one kicked out of the pot, and this one gets ready to go, and he just really rips it through. He just made over with a great slap shot, and right on the right toward the pot. He just didn't think that was going to make it in there, but he did. Capitals up for a 2-point lead over the Jack Devils with 8:40 remaining. They weren't sure how that was going to bring out, but now they finally got the power play goal, and that one was for Taylor Radius from the Chicago Blackhawks. He wasn't really thinking that he was going to give it out to. The next thing I wanted to see is of how they were going to get up to a close range on that. Protas has it over to Ginachik run, again to Carlson. McMichael's shot saved by Markstrom. Protas will carry it out, and it's rebounded by McMichael. McMichael to Carlson, in the middle, Kovacevic with the puck steal. Andre Palat gives to Jesper Bratt, fires that shot, saved by Thompson. Nearing the 8-minute mark in the second period, they'll be ready to get their next puck drop in. Here's Hughes as he wins the faceoff, and that one gloves by Thompson. He'll get ready for our next puck drop in. Speaking of which, we noticed that this one is for Alex Ovechkin, but his final season will be the ending for the Capitals, and it's already been like one of the greatest players in the Caps history. And that will be their next take for Alex Ovechkin, and he's been one of the best players that he's ever done since his rookie season. He's been doing great. I've always been missing it on Alex Ovechkin after Joe Pavelski's retirement.
Taylor Reddy is his second goal of the playoffs, scoring a power play goal assisted by John Carlson in the second period on a power play minute, 11 minutes, 20 seconds in the second period of the playoffs.
Well, I wasn't sure. I'm not even entirely thinking that this will be a great change-up. So, it will be like, well, you may never know how that one will change in for Alex Ovechkin as he's finishing off in this entire season, and he will have to try to think about if he will return by the next of the season, because this is it. The last season will be 2025 to 26 season, and then the Hall of Famer will be in the NHL history of a Hall of Fame, one of the legends. You'll see to himself to get things on to the next. Here's Mangiapane. You'll have it again to Dowd. He went down, rebound by Duhemi. Duhemi lost that one, couldn't find an open look. Here's Eric Holla. Trying to look for his goal. Pop out a shot with a rebound in traffic. That one is stayed out by Thompson. Deep zone to Sandin. He'll now send it off to Van Riesta. Fires, close, saved by Markstrom. You'll get it here with only 6:50 remaining in a second. Now as they're ready to get their next puck drop and rolling, it is a closest game. 3-1 the score. As a win for the Devils, here's Dylan. Dylan finding Hamilton. The deep pass to Paul Cotter. Knows it, fires it, saved by Thompson. Back to Chick Run, you'll give it to Carlson. And he's over to Chick Run. Chick Run making his way down. Knocked him over. Rebound by Chick Run. And it's Ovechkin with a backhander. Saved me by Markstrom. The rebound by Holla. And he will have it again to Nose. Here's a set to Hamilton. He went down afterward as Wilson will have it again to Strome. Strome. Deep set. Save made. Ovechkin shot. Stop made by Markstrom. He doesn't know where the puck went. He is still rebounded by Mercer. Well, you can definitely hear it now. I thought that Markstrom was really not seeing where the puck is going. So that one is going to fly afterward if they need to get there. Now as Wilson will have it over to Protas. Can't get it to go. Here's Meyer. Finding Dawson Mercer. That one breaks it up the chain as Carlson has it again to Protas. And he's over down to Dubois. Dubois shot, picks, pat, stop made by Markstrom. Timo Meyer again to Mercer. Mercer gives it go, shots blocked, rebound by Dubois. He'll have it to McMichael. Fires it, saved by Markstrom. Protas, deep the zone, blocked the shot by Kovacevic. Rural, covered it in, that one is off and again a defender. Rural. Ready to Miller scores! Connor McMichael! He got another goal in the playoffs and is now extension up for 3. Well, this round he gets it clear out the right. Ready to transition motion. Fowler was a bit beauty. You see that reflection of eyes with Connor McMichael. He now gets his strip in the playoffs. He really had stuck it right underneath. And he really had that one bouncing right into his head. And with that, McMichael had his 5th goal in the playoffs with the first goal of the game. He wasn't really thinking that it was going to be right timing just for him. I would say so for Connor McMichael. He would have been doing it the right way. Well, he definitely did. He really had that one showing up right importantly. Here's Palat. Stopped at the pad by Thompson. And Ellers takes it over as it begins to Verana. Deep the zone, icing will be on the Caps. That one will deny it. That one has blocked a shot. Verana will have it over in the wing to Ruel. Forevery. Shock. Missed the glove catch here as Eller will try to regroup in. Verana finding Ruel as he gets to Radius. And Forevery in the corner will stop in with only 4:36 remaining. 4-1 to score Washington. Here's the win as forever he has it again to Ruau. Ovechkin fires him this wide. He could have got another goal afterward, but he just couldn't get the shot back in. He really misses every time with Alex Ovechkin. The great sharpshooter is just not turning to be terrific. Afterwards, there's no change, no
Michael.
but they really do not
Washington by number 3.
That really is going to miss everything for Alex Ovechkin.
And by number 42, Martin Ferrari.
Right turning here and again, Ovechkin.
Time and a goal in the second period. 14 minutes, 50 seconds. Connor McMichael, his 7th goal in the playoffs, assisted by Matt Riles and Martin Ferrari. In the first period, at 14 minutes, 50 seconds.
Right with a shot, and another bad save made by Logan Townsend. And that one didn't get over it. Here's the net. Shoots, stop by Martin Townsend. The marking shooting range has been denied out. Listen to the fans. They're replying on Logan Townsend. He's like, great, everybody can hear it, you can feel it. Everybody, all the fans can definitely hear the last applause. Ovechkin again to Sandin. Sandin to Ovechkin. Fires a glove save by Marchand. Stopped at 3:18 remaining in the second. Could have got another power play goal. This one would have been another playoff goal for Alex Ovechkin. Now it's a win for Dubois. He sets to Carlson. Carlson looks to Protas. Protas looks to Carlson and has it to McMichael. He'll shoot that one, and that one is stopped up by Markstrom. Trying to battle for the loose puck. He'll get it back. And that one carries out of his own. He'll give it up to Chikrin. Around the net. Rebound McMichael. He'll kick it over to Dubois. Dubois has it over to Carlson. Here's Chikrin. Chikrin gives to Carlson. Great middle. Save play by Markstrom. Nico Hisker in toward the battling bound in the Caps territory. Here's Biscay. He'll fire it. Glove save by Thompson. 2:31 remaining in the second period. They'll be ready to reinforce to regroup it up for our next puck drop. Here they are, ready for another puck drop. The Capitals are up for 3. Eller wins the face-off as he sends it to Van Riestad, again to Sandin. He'll send a deep pass to Radich. Broken up by Kovacevic. Right around the net. Van Riestad with the puck inbounding. Sandin to get a Radich. Fight for a shot. They're stopped by Markstrom. New Jersey back in offense. He'll clear this one out. And Van Riestad within his zone. Big chain off to Eller. Eller looks over to Rana. Verana slips out of the way, has it again to Radich. Again to Eller. Eller looks at Van Riestad, again to Sandin, again to Verana. That one gets a rebound by Verana. Here's Van Riestad. He'll shoot one in. Can't get a deflection for Radich. And they still kept moving. Ozar takes it out. Now it's Sandin will try to give that one off to the Tar, and it's Mustaine. Shot, bad, save up. Bastion trying to give that one with another great look on the range to get another goal, but that one stayed out. They really got to noticing. They go best and really have to give that one a use of a goal effort. There's no change to stop afterward. They really have to give that one another good effort on the goal. Forever again to Ruau, and down to Radich. Radich keeps moving again to Forever. Then back to Ruau. Here's Radich. This one sinks it to Forever. 1 minute remaining in the second period.
There's only 1 minute left to remain in the second period.
Finish things off. Here's a shot. Stop made by Thompson. He'll cover it up with only 53 seconds. Nearing down the end of the second period. 4 wins to score. New Jersey Devils need to keep the close game in range, down by 2. Now the win will put on for Ruau. He gets knocked down. Glove save by Thompson. Oh, he's ready to go in the use of a gas effort. That one was a nice tight range. He didn't really think it was going to stop. Mangiapane right to the wing, and he'll make it over in. Fires, he scores! Mangiapane is on the goal for the Capitals.
have to make Andrew Mangiapane with another goal as he really beats up on Markstone. He really got that one slinked out. And with no reason, Mangiapane was right in toward middle. Got that great goal licking. He got his third goal in the first game and then a goal in the playoffs. Really definitely think it was going to be enough to get the second game comfortable some scoring ground. Nearing down the 32nd mark in the second period, 5-1 to score Washington.
Capitals goal, his
Jack
third
Hughes
goal,
wins the
his
face-off.
first goal of the game, scored by number 88, Andrew
Mangiapane.
Mangiapane. Crosses to the line, number 22, Brandon Duhamel.
Strom will give it over to Ovechkin.
And by number 3,
20 seconds
Matt
remaining.
Roy.
Wilson, time running down.
Time and a goal in the second period,
Tucker
1924.
shoots.
Andrew
Let's see
Mangiapane,
it.
his third goal in the playoffs, assisted by Brandon Duhamel and Matt Roy in the second period for the Washington Capitals at 1924 in the playoffs.
With the win, here's Carlson. Wilson shoots, stopped by Markstone. Punches over by Alex Ovechkin. Time running down, they gotta make it. Another shot, save play, and end the second period. Alex Ovechkin.
And that will end the second period. His second intermission score, Washington Capitals 5 and the New Jersey Devils 1.
Gets his goal. Third goal in the playoffs, as we already have made 2 periods, but there's only 1 more period remaining in the second game. Don't go anywhere. We've got the final period underway after this. Just 1 more period remaining in the second game. 82 coming down to the end as we have 1 more period to go in the Capital One Arena. Alright guys, I know what you're looking at. Let's start off with you, with Spoonie, how the Capitals handled it. They started off with a power play advantage and they were not really sure how that was going to change. Until then, they made that a good answer. With that being said, I have never seen anyone that does change it off so right amount of timing. The breaking ankle is not always easy enough, but this has been turning out to be great and they had their speed to keep things for the digits. More likely though, I would have to say is that they played really well over in the New Jersey Devils. They were not really sure how that was going to be taken care of, but they really have been stuck it up underneath. They just really kept on for playing it for good and for real. I definitely do agree on that one here with Spoonie. I mean, really had to change everything. It won't be the day afterward until you get it likely, so here's Strom's shots blocked, and McMichael with the chance rebounding. Big save here. Ovechkin gloves it up by Markstone. A lot of great reactions here by Markstone as he'll stop the play with under 19 minutes. Still have a long way to go to end the regulation game of the period. Still looking for a goal for the Devils to get back in. Now the reading as he'll have it over to Dylan as he gives it to Timo Meier. Myers right toward Wayne. Van Riestad takes over as he gives it over to Sandin. Sandin right over the other way. Again to Mangiapane. Mangiapane to Dubois. And now Protas will have it. Nico Vischer has it over to Dougie Hamilton as he'll have it right in the wing. A deep pass over to Mount Meyer. It's back into the Capital zone. Again to Dubois. Now approaching in the attacking zone in the Devils territory. Here's Van Riestad. Slipped in motion, now finds us a Sandin. Good poke check, and it's now Timo Meier. He will have it again at Dawson Mercer. Meyer shot, glove save by Thompson. He'll get a use of the stick of it, and he'll stop it in play with only 18:06. A lot of time up in the period. Still looking for that goal here for the Capitals, but the Devils really want it back. Big stop by Thompson as it's rebounded by Ferravari. The deep on the pass to Verana. Verana found the net and rebounded by Eller. Eller giving it again to Raul. Ferravari right to her middle. Friday is on a backhander. Shot blocked and rebound by Verana. Everything you do so, that backhanders has really been turning really well. Patiently, they're really giving an aggressive look to change everything. Not everybody's secureness. They just really have to keep on moving it back and forth again. Now as they're ready to get their next puck drop, it is a 5-1 game. They're still on the money line, and they're looking for another win-off
to tie the series in the game. Nosen. Right to Connor. Connor inbounding. Verona gets it out. Big easy pad save by Thompson. He'll now roll to Eller. Eller will swing it across. Now has it over. Now finding it for Arbery. Deep the zone to Radius. Radius. Slips in motion. Has it again to Forevery. Here's Strom's shot. Can't get it to go. And a penalty will be a boarding call on
2-minute penalty on New Jersey. Number 47
This is really the bad idea. What they noticing about Allen, he was ran right toward the board, and he just got a hit. That's a boarding. Yeah,
and the Capitals are on the
power
play.
This is why there's a bad communication in there to start off New Jersey.
New Jersey penalty number 47, 2 minutes for boarding on Paul Cotter. Time and penalty in the third period, playoff 17-17. New Jersey penalty on number 47, Paul Cotter. Time and penalty in the third period of playoff 17-17 for a 2-minute penalty on the boarding.
Now Dylan Strome will have it again to Tom Wilson. Wilson pass to Carlson. Stick lifted, Bratt takes over. Kicks over toward the left. He couldn't get that zone out of here as it's back over to McMichael. Here's Ovechkin, pass to Carlson, shot, saved by Markstrom. 16:30 remaining in the third period. He'll be able to reduce it and get enough face-off to get things started. The win for the Devils as the Mac will send it to Dawson Mercer. He'll have it knocked out. Radius, firing around the net, has it again to Mangiapane. The deep zone to Jaiter. One time Sandin. That one kicks a stick and it's back to Eric Holla the other way. Eric Holla, right to remain, he scores. That'll be a short-handed goal for the Devils as they're back down by 4-3. They really have gotten a lot away from it from Eric Holla. He really took that goal, and that one makes that shot countable in to give that one a close effort. There's no staying back afterward. Alex Ovechkin really knew he didn't set the screen out too quite sure to give that one a better off lead. But this point on, it just turns the way it goes. Until then, they now have it close in range. Eric Holla gets his third goal in the playoffs as he will have that one sending out of his own. Icing is on the Washington Capitals. Nearing down the midway mark of the period. 5-2 is a score in to get the passing to the midway mark as we haven't hit there that far. Hughes sets it over to Dougie Hamilton. That shot blocked and rebound by Sandin.
New Jersey goal, his third goal in the playoffs. Scoring a short-handed unassisted. Number 56, Eric Holla. Time and a goal for the Devils, short-handed goal. 3:52. Eric Holla, his short-handed goal, third goal in the playoffs, first goal of the game, unassisted by a team. On a short-handed for the New Jersey Devils in the third period at 3:52 in the playoffs.
Nosen pass to Hughes. And he's over now to Hisker. Hisker pass to Hamilton. That one kicked it, and Thompson sets the kick run. This is why they really given that one a great defense settling. There's no change back. Not really when they all choose it often to make a go run. This pitch is definitely making it look like they're stopping it. Looks like he's ready to get back out there. Hisker right toward Wayne. And that will send it to Tom Wilson, and that will end the power play for the Capitals. They are 1 for 6 in the power play under possession. They don't really change it often, and they really have been lacking, it won't be hard at all. Until then, with the Devils, they really are just trying to keep on smacking in. So the only short-handed goal really turned out was Eric Holla. He really had 3 goals in the playoffs, and he really didn't feel like that he was able to get that short-handed goal. He wanted to challenge it, and he did. He definitely did have it all. Glove snatched by Markstrom with under 14:50 remaining in the third period. He's really swallowing it up already. Get some time, get a little lockdown defense here. Got to get some use of it energy. Strome wins the face-off. He now has it to Carlson. And he's over to Strome. Give it back to Carlson and keeps moving to Tom Wilson. Wilson went down. Petschke takes it over as he now finds it Kovacevic. There is no application. I was really not seeing things closely enough that was going to make a huge fail. Chikrin finding Ovechkin. Ovechkin on the speed. Stop by Markstrom. Jesper Bratt. The outside of range again to Palat. Palat shot stopped by Thompson will hold this one in with only 14:09 in the third. We haven't hit the midway mark period yet. 5-2. They're down by 3 for New Jersey Devils. And the win for Radius. Rouse sending across right now and a deep pass to Brodas. Stick lifted, rebounded by Jack Hughes. Looking for 10 in the playoffs as he strides it in. Easy save by Thompson. Here they come down the other way. Nobody around. Jesper Bratt now has it sent off to Cotter. And Cotter making his way down. This one stops by Martin Ferrari. And Dubois all alone. Here he goes. Amira stopped by Markstrom. That was Petschke with the rebound as he just stays it out. There is no stopping the Markstrom. Marky's really like getting the energy back in. He'll hold this one out and they're off to the next face-off. Don't forget, folks, we have our next game in, as we'll have later tonight at 9 p.m. The start of the game will be the Golden Knights facing up against the Oilers. That will be covered starting soon here at 8:30 p.m. But then it will be reduced to 4 minutes on the other side of it. So, if you're looking down the other way, keep your eyes on a swivel. There'll be a next one on its way just about only 4 minutes before the game time starts on after 8:30. You won't miss this one out, and you won't believe how this will change in, because that will be their next plan to get right in toward the zone. I can't wait to see what the next on the reaction turn it in for the Oilers if they can tie the series up. Will they do it? Well, I don't know if it will. I mean, I think the Oilers have to say that Connor McDavid is really like an overachiever. He's definitely overrated. I don't think nobody would understand how did he get that one with this 4th goal and 5th goal in the playoffs. There's no changing that he would ever do this like after the same time. And nobody does stand so because they really believe that Alex Ovechkin sees that Connor McDavid is really not showing us with some pride. He's just really thinking like he's not into his best. Trying to get in the middle, but it was a net crash in the releasement. This one goes back to Nico Hisker, again to Timo Meier. Meier, right toward wing, he will now circle in his zone. Ovechkin. Lost that zone. Ovechkin gets it back, and again to Chikrin. Chikrin again, now finding the Strome. Dillon takes it out, and it's now Hamilton. He will now race it over the other way. Radius takes that one out. He finds Carlson. Off and around the net. Verona. Pass to Carlson. He'll now find Eller. Fires it. Same play by Markstrom. Trying to get to it wasn't really not easy enough for Martin Ferrari. He really need to keep working on that. Taylor Radius with the rebounding. He will now have it over to Ruau. With some new line group, here's Verona. Verona entering the zone and he attempts to attack. Gives over to Radius. Give back to Verona. Verona sets for Ferrari. Ruau again to Radius. Radius moves in. Stop it. That one is over the net and it goes right back to Jack Hughes again to Jesper Bratt. Well, that puck fly away. Won't get into trouble afterward. You really got to get this one next straight in. I do not believe that this one was a skidding across over the goaltender and right over the net. That one was really ricocheted out of the way. They didn't really think that was going to happen. He's off to Jack Hughes. Good poke check for the Capitals. Hamilton to Dillon. Dillon shot for redirection. It's back to Ruau and rolling over to get a Ferrari. Here's Dubois right to a wing. Send him around the net again to Brodas. Brodas. Hit one clears it up, and Bastion gets over to Tatar. Tatar dumps his own. Murao has it again to McMichael. He's over to Murao, and it's now sets it off again to Burberry. Pass is broken out. Thomas Tatar right in the wing, and he asks it to Bastion. Cesar, Bastion, slipping the backhander, fires it, he scores! That will be Lazar, and he had his own rebound. Curtis Lazar has his second in the playoffs. They're getting the close game in.
Well, this deflection really made that one clear. After Dylan's shot, that is where it deflects right over toward it. When you set that pass in there, you give it a good look from Curtis to top, and you really have that one rocketing it in right toward the net. That one is really ripped off, and he just really didn't see where it was going to go in. That's Lazar with his second goal in the playoffs. He just had his first goal in the game.
Close game range, 5-3. Now Sandin will have it again to Van Riestad, and he's asked to Wilson. Wilson trying to enter it in. He's off to Ovechkin. Blocked it up by a defender, and it's now has it again to Sandin and getting the shot clock. Stroll. Pass over to Wilson. Chikrin takes over. Now it's back to Sandin. Here's another one to Alex Ovechkin. Fires the backhander. Softly made by Markstrom on a pass. Another rumble down there. It's a big hit for the Devils and the Caps. Meyer in the chance. Then battling along the scrimmage. Carlson gets it out. And now it's Ovechkin and now to Wilson. Here's Strom. The fire range for Ovechkin. Stopped in by Markstrom, and he will fire that one in to fill it up with only 8:53 remaining. Though both teams are ready to kick in for the next face-off. 5-3. Close game in the range in game 2. Now the
New Jersey goal, his second goal in the playoffs, first goal of the game, scored by number 42, Curtis Lazar.
Stays alive.
Assisted by number 5, Brett Dillon.
Move around in.
And by number 14, Nathan Bastian. Time in the goal for the New Jersey Devils. 10-17 remaining. Curtis Lazar, his second goal in the playoffs, first goal of the game, assisted by Brett Dillon and Nathan Bastian in the third period at 10-17 in the playoffs.
And over now has to Carlson. On his way, Chikrin. In middle, saved by Markstrom. Oh, he could have had that one with another goal for Chikrin, but that one denied again. He almost had that one with another snap-on goal. This would have been range in to give that one a good goal. And Hughes wins the face-off. He has it over to Luke Hughes, Max to Palat, and it's a Pratt right in the wing. Right to the middle, stop made by Thompson. Out of the zone is the Devils. Jack Hughes looking his way down to Palat. Palat, here's Pratt. Right to the middle, big stopper played by Logan Thompson. Battle along the range, Chikrin out of nowhere. Duhamel again to Mangiapane. Down shot, Pat saved by Markstrom. The Devils are back in the offense zone. Radish again to Heller. And he slashed. That will be Andre Palat. A slashing has been released.
2-minute penalty on New Jersey. Number 18 on
Can't
slashing.
play like that. Can't do that. But he just made that mistake. That one is right on Heller, and he's not going to get it off to a great start. And the Capitals will run the power play. Power play is on for the Capitals. 1-6 this time, looking to get 2 power play goals for the Capitals on each players. I thought that Alex Ovechkin might have it up. I think he might. Yes, he did. Unbelievable. You see that one coming up the road? That's Alex Ovechkin with a ribbon shot in. Now, after that face-off win, after that penalty, there was just 3 seconds on a power play. Nobody has seen that. When this picked the play free versus the Carlson, he was really up in the wicket to get to Alex Ovechkin. But Slapper was right into the line, and he just sprints it over by Markstrom. Timing is simple. He just had that one flying by. Strom wins the face-off as he gives it over to Rural. I really felt you that one there, Tim Terry. I really have to feel about now. Alex Ovechkin really now has 5 goals in the playoffs. If that ever happens with this, you'll have to add another regular season on his own goal to get to 900. Yeah, it's just one last season left here. I think that Alex Ovechkin might finish it all. Let's see how he can do it. In play motion, Ovechkin's right toward Wayne as he gets to Forevery. Rural. Strom fires. Stop by Markstrom. It's rebound by Ovechkin. He kicks it over. And rebound by Rural. Rural has it over to Strom. And that one will stick out of here.
Capitals goal, his first goal of the game, 5th goal in the playoffs,
The
score on the
Capitals
power
are back
play,
in
number
the
8,
offensive zone.
Alex
As this will be Alex Ovechkin,
Ovechkin.
gives it to Dubois, again to Ovechkin.
Assisted by number 74,
Gives a
John
spin-off to
Carlson.
Forevery. He wipes him down.
And by number
And
17,
reset with a
Dylan
backhand.
Strome.
Didn't know where it went.
Time and a goal for the Captain's power play, 12:24 in the third.
He'll
Alex
now find
Ovechkin
Meyer.
score on a power play
Picked it
goal,
away.
his
Good
5th of the
take
playoffs,
here.
assisted by John Carlson. And Dylan Strome in the
Dubois
third
was
period on the
ready
power
to
play
win.
for the
Here's a
Capitals
Bruno
at
shot, blocked
12:24 in the
again.
playoffs.
And it's poked it up by the goaltender as he gives it back to Dougie Hamilton. Dawson motion right into her wing. That one just sticked out of his own. That one's blocked. Rebound by Mercer. Gives over the middle. Sandine takes it in as he gives it over to Dubois. Finds Big Michael. Fires it around the net. And Dubois with a rebounding chance again to Sandine. He looks to Ben Reestad. Pass to Sandine into Dubois. Backhander saved by Bergstrom. Nearing the 5-minute mark of the third, it is a 6-3 game. Alex Ovechkin with the goal. They're ready to prepare for another puck drop as they'll get ready to get some Nets-winning faceoff in the zone. Now Devils wins the faceoff and it goes to Eric Holla again. He finds Stefan Nosen and Hamilton on his way right into Caps territory. With the shot, tipped it off and Ehlers takes it back. Knocks him with the hit. Unbelievable by Paul Cotter. They've really done it hard. I don't know how they would change it everything. That really had sticked out. Here's Radius. Right around the net as he's over to Verona. Verona finds the Van Riestad sending shoot saved by Markstrom and rebounded by Verona. And he'll have to take initiative here. Here he goes. He is right after him. He's onto a fight. I don't think that wasn't going to change afterward. That is really what they don't expect it to do. And that is just how hard it gets. That gets painful. It looks like he will have to get out of here. It's a payback time. They've got to do it for real. And he goes down. Nosen just
5-minute
pulls
penalty
it over
for New
for the
Jersey,
Devils.
number 11
And now
for
it's going to be
fighting.
a 5-minute
Number
penalty for both
16
teams.
for Washington, 5 minutes for fighting.
This was definitely how bad it gets for Radius. He really went racing after him, and Nosen was taking the pound down. They're not seemingly surprised afterwards. This gets really dangerous in the zone, and you don't have anybody, you have to charge him. The win for
New Jersey Belly and Washington Belly. 5 minutes for fighting on both teams on number 11 and 16. Taylor Radius and Stefan Nosen. Time and penalty on both teams in a game. 5-12. That's 5-minute penalties on both teams in between New Jersey and Washington. Number 16 and 11. Stefan Nosen and Taylor Radius. Time and penalty on both teams in the third period of playoffs. 5-12 for fighting.
Chikrin will now give it to Eller. Eller fires him around the net. And now Pesky will have it over to Palat. Here's another one of Hughes shots. Big save by Thompson. He'll stop that in play with only 4:32 in the third period. So a lot of time left in the period. 40 over 35 face-off wins. Now this will be the Devils as they pick things up. Dubois wins the face-off. Chikrin has it over to Brodas. Brodas makes his way down. On the cut! Stop it! Markstrom to deny the effort. He really shuts that one down there very quickly. And Markstrom really could have noticed that that was the big chain up that they could have ever done. Deep the zone, Brodas shot saved by Markstrom. And it's Jack Hughes with 4 minutes remaining in the third. Here's Palat finding Jack Hughes' shot. Trying to get deflection, but he still won't go in. Off to Protas. He'll give it to McMichael. McMichael. Fine Protas shots. Big stop by Markstrom. Nico Disker again to Timo Meier. Timo Meier in. Saved by Thompson. He'll stop him with only 3:43 remaining. And now for the center ice, I will send it over to Tyler and see who had a better night. Well, Alex Ovechkin had really done on his own perfectionary. He really started that one pretty cool at his own strength. I say Alex Ovechkin, you really had that one turning in at the right timing. I really love seeing this, how this captain is going to change it off, because his next goal will be game number 3 if he takes on the Devils again. Big save by Thompson. That's what they all have to believe in now. This under pressure really has to stay out of input. They don't really have to do it often, Mike, but the entire time is for real. Alex Ovechkin finds it over to Sandin as he gives it over to Strong. He has it over to Ruau, and you'll have to reset the group again to Sandin. Can't get it to go as Hamilton with the rebounding in, and he now has it over to Kisker. Kisker watching it offside, and Dawson Mercer has it again to Dougie Hamilton. Myers right to her in the zone, gives it to Dylan, and in front center ice is back on ice is Dougie Hamilton. He'll give it over to Dylan. Here's the number 1 Sebastian. Glove save by Thompson. Deep the pass to Ovechkin. 2:30 remaining in the third. Change it over. Wilson on a carry. Adds it over. Ruau. Fine for Everett. Wilson brushes it out, and it's Ovechkin. Right the other way toward the Devils. Fires in range. Saved by Thompson. 2:16 remaining in the third. For so far, we have a post-game show coming up for you. That will be after the regulation completion for Game 2. And then we'll send you over to the studio on the other side of it for our post-game coverage here for our next part of the match. After this game is over, we'll have our next game underway here soon. The Golden Knights and the Oilers at T-Mobile Arena. My next commentary will be Roy Cruz, as he's also on the other side. He will make a new change afterward, and he'll be following along with the others by Pierre Mitty and the third commentary to crew, Cool Beast, as this will be on the other side of it to get things started off. Don't miss your next games here, starting at 8:30, but the 4-minute puck drop will be up there soon after the pregame show. Next on Son of Beast. Forever a shot, and a blocker saved me by Markstrom. Kovacevic over again to Pesky. Pesky, give it over by Martin Forever. Forever, he's really able to get through this on his own take. This steal off has been great and passionate though. Stopped by Markstrom. About 1:19 remaining in the third, and we are running out of time to get that tying game up. And they're off to settle it in. 89/81, passing effectiveness for the Devils, as they already have it up for the 8-point extension for the period of the game. Percentage in, Mike McMichael. Here's Chikrin again to McMichael. Fires it. Can't get a deflection for Dubois, and that one is way high up. Final period remaining in the third period as Protas has again Dubois. Here's the
1 minute remaining in the third period of playoffs.
Andre Palat has it over to Jack Hughes. Rolls to Palat. Wonderful save by Thompson. And Carlson stumbles it over to McMichael. And here's Chikrin. Fires it. Saved by Markstrom. And rebound by Hamilton. The rebound by Protas. He can't get it to go. Dylan gives it to Palat. 30 seconds for the third period. Palat shot. Saved by Thompson. And he will stop that one here. Carlson and her teammates are making its way to even up the series. And they had a wonderful on the job instead of game number 1. They really have been pushing it out. And dates out and now are supplying us for the Rocket Red. This is what happens with Rocket Team. The Capitals have been tying that series up, and they have been dominating their best aggression. Agreed. They've always enjoyed what a game. Washington Capitals wins the second game. They are now tying the series for 1. And a great stand-up for Thompson. He has it flat.
Your Washington Capitals win. Final score 6 and New Jersey Devils 3 in Game 2 of the
We are
playoffs.
already been making the finishing for the
Fans,
first night of a
thank you
guy.
for joining us for tonight's game of the Game 2 for the playoffs for the Caps and the Devils. Join us here for the watch party as they take on a rematch at New Jersey in Game 3 as they face against the Devils. Get on the roads carefully and have a safe trip home. Thank you and good night.
Stanley Cup playoffs on EA Sports. We see you next time. So long in Washington, D.C.
All right, Terry, thank you very much. And now it's time to get started with the 3-star players of the game. Third star starts Jacob Markstrom with 86 saves in the game. Then the second star is Martin Ferrari with 1 goal, 2 assists, and 3 hits. It's a 1-2-3 count as that one brings up with a shot and deflection. And your first star player of the game goes to Logan Thompson. 64 saves in the game, only 3.05 goal percentage average for the goaltender to keep it in. And now let's have a look at the total statistics. It was a 92 over 67 shots on goal for Washington, only 104 over 88 hits for New Jersey. 1503 time on attack is over 4 minutes for Washington, and it was 89 over 81 for the passive effectiveness for New Jersey. Then it was 41 over 38 for the New Jersey Devils. 19 minutes here for New Jersey, and 2 power play goals made with only 10-15 and 1 shorthanded goal comes up for Eric Holla. Well, that's it for the first game. If you're joining us for the next game, we're underway soon, so don't leave your seats. Get your notification bell ready because we have our second game ready for you in just a moment. We'll see you next time for another NHL 25 of the Stanley Cup playoffs on EA Sports Style. This is Son of Beast, and along with me and LJ, we'll see you all for the second game. So, thanks for watching the first game, and we'll see you again the next one. Take care, everybody. Good night.
If you don't, somebody will.